say you had expectations? Yeah. Would you say you had expectations? Yeah.
What's up, BACH? Welcome back to I Only Speak Green Tea with your hosts, How You Go Bachelors, Astro Rev, yours truly, Spacely, K-Sada, and special guest, Pharaoh Indian Beach.
Gang.
Facts. So, tell us what you guys been up to. You know, jump in that chat as soon as you fucking can.
About to get in this chat
Throw
right
those
now.
signs up.
Trying to find that damn lighter.
Yeah. We've been doing a lot of work, guys. We just dropped the HEB Lit project. I hope you guys have checked it out and heard it and keep playing it and tell more people to check it out because it is fire, produced by literally everybody in this room took part in the production of this. This is like it's a collaboration project. It's literally made from like us. And we sat here, we thought about it, we listened to it, we like this shit about it, and we released it to you as a complete project from like our perspectives, you feel me? And feedback is something we would definitely appreciate. We need that as soon as possible. If you don't like something, don't be afraid to say it, because here, you can say it. In the comment section, you can say it. On Instagram, you can say it.
Man.
You feel me? You can possess an opinion. Oh, thank you, buddy.
Where my phone at?
As a matter of fact, on that topic, it's funny we bring that up because I was trying to take that somewhere.
I don't know.
Take that somewhere about producers. Producers, and this is something that's been happening
Producers?
for fucking ever. And people are probably just like, oh, you're talking about it, who cares? But listen here. Producers still, to this day, are not getting the credit that they deserve for what is being produced.
That
and
they deserve.
Yes, hold on. That they deserve. These artists are on stage feeling all that energy, all that power, and just going, man, I did this. And they completely forget the entire project itself.
They forget.
They forget to show love to the people that actually made them, in a sense, because they didn't make themselves. They can't produce. Most niggas cannot record themselves. You know what I'm saying? They can't even record themselves, bro. They don't know how to hit record.
That shit
Facts.
ain't easy, bro. Gotta hit the M1.
Facts.
Like, there's so much to it. And Pharaoh was just putting us on game about the specific producers that made like really big name songs that I didn't even know.
Honorable C note.
Honorable C Note. And
Fucking killing it.
Molly Raw.
DP on beat.
DP on the beat, nigga. What about Mike Will made it? Has he made any bangers lately?
That nigga
A lot of people
go hard,
are
man.
bangers.
That nigga's in his own shit.
The high key.
Or like G Nils. Y'all know G Nils?
No.
Y'all know G Nils.
Put me on game.
Y'all know G Nils.
What did G Nails produce?
All type of shit, bro. Like, fuck. Y'all keep talking.
Getting in the
Keep
chest,
going,
guys.
Lewis. Keep going. We're doing good.
Yeah, honestly, guys, I think it's
was
kind of
out here with
ridiculous.
shit.
Everybody is just sitting here
Ridiculous! God damn it!
acting like, okay, music's oversaturated with rappers, and then rappers are pretty much getting discredited.
Saturated.
But when we start discrediting producers, that's where it just gets fucking ridiculous. Because a lot of rappers are not they're not in for the ride. They're just in here just like for clout or to trend. Some people honestly make music, trend, never make music again. We don't need you people.
Facts.
We don't. We need people that are going to be long-term and are going to bring substance to this industry. And I'm going to be honest, producers are still putting the most time into this, even more than these rappers. Because a lot of these rappers nowadays are not sitting there and thinking their songs up like really fast. They come in, they'll walk into your fucking studio and literally just be like, okay, how does it sound? They'll go in there, freestyle it. If they like it, they'll keep it. If they don't, they're going to sit there for hours trying to figure out how to start their song. You know what I mean? And then it's a producer's job most of the time, probably 80% of the time, to aid the artist just so that, one, this nigga can get what he paid for. Two, he can get him the fuck out of there so he can make some more money. You know what I mean? Because you have to record more people. And, man, it's just so much shit that goes into it that they don't think about what producers really deal with. Just sitting there, and it's because they want to. You know, you want to live this shit. But there's other motherfuckers that are coming in here making rap look stupid, or just producing music abroad from being in a major label dumb because it's like oversaturated with a bunch of other motherfuckers that are just, I guess I want to.
Clowning around.
Yeah, they're not taking it seriously.
They don't take it seriously, man. It's a bubble, bro. We talked about this bubble, bro. Rap's in a bubble right now.
FUD. Moon up the lights, guys. So just kidding. Shouts out to Crypto Kirby.
Shouts out to Joaquin. He's in the chat.
Yo, shouts out.
Yo.
Yo, gang, Joaquin in the chat.
Gang, Joaquin. He just dropped that shit. Keen sight.
Peep it right on your fucking SoundCloud for the free. Hurry before he feels like not keeping it there for the free. Who knows, guys?
Smash that like button if you fuck with producers. Smash that like button.
That's right. That's right. If you don't smash it, you don't fuck with producers. That's ugly.
Smash that like if you think they're slept on, if they don't get enough credit.
And be honest with yourself. Do you go to a producer? Do you ever say thank you to that nigga?
Smash the dislike if you think rappers work too hard.
That's funny shit, bro.
You know what I mean? Do you ever pat him on the back and just be like, damn, bro, you did that shit?
You gave me my career.
Gee, dude, that's what's crazy. These producers are making, like, all it takes is one Metro Boomin track that was really good, and then one dude that sounds really good on it.
You know that tag right there? That tag. That's Junior.
Okay.
Yeah.
What?
Whatever song you heard with, that's it right there. That's Junior.
Is he, like, connected to Smoke Perp and those boys?
Copyright.
Yeah, we can't play the whole song out. We can play some, like, parts of it.
Copyright.
That's crazy.
But we can play some original shit. So, I mean, we constantly cook in batch.
Oops, I'm in the
It
wrong
never
account.
stops. What do you mean you in the wrong account?
I'm in HEB account while Sada's in it commenting, so I'm going to switch accounts so that I comment from my account so it's not like spams of HEB.
HEB lit. But you already knew that.
And if you forgot, you just got reminded. Like, yeah, guys, that's crazy. Like,
If you haven't heard the project,
You need a
or
black. You need a
you've
black
just
version.
been living under a fucking rock, and you just haven't heard that this shit's been breaking barriers
literally.
and sound barriers and fucking making people's ears bleed, a fucking orgasmic thrill.
So bleed in a good way.
Yeah, they're like screaming, yes, I love this shit, while their ears are exploding.
Okay.
Like Tenacious D type shit.
A little bit better.
Right.
Yeah. Got like a Jack Black vibe.
Jack Black vibe.
But, yeah, man. Smash that like button. Again, subscribe.
Right now.
Again, if you haven't already.
You know, I don't know, and this is like just random, like, cause we're on oversaturation with artists and stuff. I'm gonna start with XXXTentacion, cause like we all heard his album, and I listened to it again. I skimmed through it before we started the podcast again, just so I
Talking
can
about
listen to it.
skins.
Yeah, we're talking about skins, guys, girls,
Ladies and
everybody.
gentlemen. Just say that.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah. Ladies, ladies and gentlemen,
Ladies and gentlemen.
skins.
What the fuck are you doing?
All right, but for
What is
real
this guy
though.
doing?
Oh, I was just trying to be the announcer.
Get out, man. No, I'm just kidding. Sit back. Bro, that was a joke, bro.
I'm just kidding. Oh,
We're
yeah.
on the air. Sada's leaning out of the screen on purpose.
Yeah,
There's no space.
He just likes to limit Afro FaceTime.
Afro FaceTime.
You already know. Charge
Alright.
for the Afro.
So, I'm pretty sure most of you heard XXXTentacion's album, and here's a really quick biased review about it. It's really good. It's really fucking good. If you listen to how the songs are like set up,
Can I say
they're-
something?
Yeah.
I'm just happy that Kanye West didn't bring none of that bullshit scoopity poop nonsense over to the X shit
No.
because what he spit
Did
on
you-
the
did
X's song was pretty fucking dope.
Did you know what went behind that Poop These Scoop song? Cause I ain't fuck with it till I understood what went behind that shit.
I still don't fuck with it.
He sent that beat to Drake to make it seem like they fucking with each other again, you feel me? So he's like, alright, Drake, like, I'm gonna write to this, you feel me? And that nigga dropped it saying poopity scoop, you feel me? So like Drake's like, what the like he trolling Drake with that shit.
Oh, dude, Drake was getting
trolling
interviewed
Drake
for
with
that.
That's what I'm saying. He got trolled with that.
Wait,
Like,
okay,
Kanye
so
did
repeat that
to troll
again.
nigga.
Repeat that again closer to the mic. We got to get that a little bit more for the viewers.
Yeah, they need to hear
Hey,
that.
all right. So poopity scoop. That's the big scoop for today, guys. All right. Hey,
Kanye just trolled Drake, like
Kanye trolling Drake.
He made the beat and sent it to Drake. 'Cause I think they was on bad terms or some shit.
Was Drake on that song?
No.
Nah.
No.
But he made it, sent it to Drake, so Drake's like, alright, bro, like, I'm about to write to it, you feel me? Like, I appreciate it, bro, this and that. And Kanye dropped it like a day later with the poopity scoop shit. So Drake's like, what the fuck? You feel me? So he
Oh,
just
so
trolled
like,
that nigga,
but
bro.
do you think? But does that mean that they had, like, did he send back a verse?
Like,
No, like
Probably not.
nah, bro, because after he heard that shit, he's like, what the fuck? You feel me?
right. But he emailed him first, like, yo, I want you on this track or something.
I think so.
Yeah.
Cause they
Yeah,
weren't
there
on
was an
good
interview
terms.
about it.
They weren't fucking with each other, so Kanye was like,
He just sent it out as a joke, like
it's
a
joke.
lure.
Like, yeah,
Type
he
shit.
like to be like, I'm fucking with you now.
Yeah.
And he's like, okay. And then, poopity scoop.
He was like,
Poopity scoop?
That's like me.
Dude.
That's like, let's say me and Space was on bad terms, and I come back and I'm like, yo, I made this beat for you. And he's like, oh, bro, like, I appreciate it. And I go out and I'm like, poopity scoop. Like, Spacey gonna be like,
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
That's petty as fuck.
so like when I heard that, I'm like, all right, Kanye, you, all right. You know what I mean? 'Cause I ain't fuck with that song when I heard it. When I understood what was behind it, I'm like, you fucking sly motherfucker.
That's funny.
I mean, okay, credit for that, but I'm just glad none of that came over to the X album because that shit sounded really bad.
Facts. I feel that.
Yeah.
But he accomplished
That song was
making
kinda
it
going,
sound
though.
cringy.
That beat was going.
Yo, that
Yeah,
beat was
man.
slapping.
Yeah.
I was talking to Swizzy about how I think if that song honestly was taken more seriously, like he could have made that one of his best songs out of the year, bro.
The
Like,
thing is that not
because
enough
that
people were
beat was
memeing
so
it.
hard, bro.
It just
That's why
wasn't.
everybody was mad. It was like, dude, you could have killed this shit easy.
I think
I could kill this shit. Everybody was like, I could kill this shit. Like the fuck?
I felt that
You
way
know?
too.
With the platform you got, how are you gonna waste people's time with that?
Because he tried to make it memeable at the same time, but the memes were kind of lame.
No, he accomplished,
Making
making it a joke.
it was just a lame joke, and it didn't
What's
last
that
long.
worth though? You know, in the long run.
You feel me? Like, it wasn't really worth. I mean, I don't know. I personally didn't think that the meme was
As a high
interesting.
eagle bachelor.
To an extent, he's petty as fuck. He's super petty. Like that's
Yeah,
petty
he's
as
just
hell.
extremely like emotional as an artist.
He's Ye, man. Ye can do whatever he wants. Ye has a pass, guys, like practically in the music industry to act however he wants because he is the way he is, and that's just how he is. Which I can't describe it because, like, when I saw T.I. on Breakfast Club, when anybody talks about Kanye, they say he's eccentric, he has a lot of energy, he's like, he's a thinker, innovator, he's always trying to get something done. You know, he's not doing it for no fucking reason. He has an idea. So it's just like, for example, when they were talking about because everybody made a big deal about him like wanting to vote for Donald Trump and supporting Donald Trump. That was fucking stupid. Everybody was losing their shit about it, and they all said, you know, it's all right. You know, mind you, if T.I. would have said some shit like that, the whole fucking world would have blew up. Like, what the fuck, T.I.? They said the same thing about Kanye, but they gave him way more leeway to make a point and to
man.
actually explain that he wanted to usher change. And it's just ridiculous. It's like, it's almost like the world almost like really has a bias for idols. It's like, like Ed Sheeran, you can't act like that. Kanye West, go for
Kanye's
it.
got some crazy ideas too, but like, you know, people don't like to hear, you know, the whole story out to like why he's got those crazy ideas. He always follows up on like a separate fucking video of like why he made that statement, you know, and it's like, bro, you totally did that for clout.
I agree with that.
You know, like you said that shit about slavery and like You only did that for attention. You know? The fuck?
Yeah.
I don't know, bro.
Because then he like elaborates later on, and at the same time, it still doesn't make sense. Like why you would say it like that.
Yeah, Charlamagne wasted 2 hours of his life in that video. Forgot how long it was because I sat there and I watched the whole thing.
What's your opinion about Charlamagne?
Nigga funny as shit.
Yeah, he's a funny ass dude. He's a fucking bully, and I like it. I just like the way he does it. I don't think he bullies. Like I think he bullies the best.
I don't think there's bullying after like
I don't
high
think,
school or middle school, bro.
Bro,
I
you see
think
how you saw
depending
how
on
he was
how
fucking
you
with
are,
Post
man.
Malone, bro. Like he was
I ain't
really
see it.
fucking
I ain't
with
see it.
Post Malone.
but that's not
Oh,
bullying,
well,
bro.
dude, talking shit about him over the internet with a
Bullying,
major
bro.
platform on Breakfast Club and then on your own platform, then on Joe Budden's platform,
That's what I'm saying,
and
but that's-
everybody addresses it, academics
You
addresses
can't-
it.
you can't-
That's
I don't
that's
think
bullying.
it's
Look, look. You can't do that to Chief Keef though.
He
Why?
because he would never
think
try
it's a
Chief
But it's
Keef
not
like
even that.
that.
You can't, cause if you say that Chief Keef, the nigga
I just
gonna
think it's a
laugh, bro.
biased
That nigga
sentiment.
not
I don't
gonna
think
take
it's
that shit
bullying,
serious.
you
That
know?
nigga gonna be like,
Right?
True.
I
like
think
Post
it's just
Malone. If he was
biased.
able to quote unquote bully Post Malone fucking bitch, bro.
Well, I wouldn't say that it was
I just ain't
affecting
watched
Post
it, so I don't know
Malone.
what happened.
I wouldn't say it was like, I mean, even though he tried Post Malone in his face so many times, and Post Malone could never beat Charlamagne. Charlamagne would knock his
Bruh,
fucking
ain't
face
no
off.
bullying when
But-
you're an adult, bro.
Well, okay, then he's just attacking him verbally because he was literally just talking shit about the man. And it's true, Post Malone said some stupid shit, but it wasn't intended to be like that because he said that if you're trying to make good music to look outside of hip hop, but he was speaking in terms of like it's oversaturated because everybody's trying to do what hip hops do, like what's in hip hop already. So look outside of it. Charlamagne took it like, oh, he's talking shit about rap. I'm gonna talk shit about him. Dude, he was there twice with him and his bitch, and this nigga was just going in talking shit about him, saying, yeah, you probably fuck all the kinds of bitches, huh? Yeah, on Breakfast Club, on
I never seen him with a girl.
Post Malone. Well, they're not gonna point the camera at her. You know what I'm saying? She's there.
Bad though.
I don't know. You can look it up on his page. I heard her talking in the mic, you know, like, but very little. It was just like those times Charlamagne would say some shit like, oh, so you trust him? Yeah. Oh, you know it's not gonna work out, right? Like he would just do shit like that, just talking shit about him in his face, his bitch's face on live. DJ MB and Angela Yee are just sitting there, just like not stopping him. They try to retract it, turn it.
Stop Charlamagne.
I agree with
You
that.
can't stop him.
Even though
That's
DJ
damn near his
MB
show.
is a voice of that shit. in my
Nothing is
opinion.
gonna stop
MB's a
Charlamagne.
voice.
Damn near, nah, cause if Charlamagne wasn't on, it wouldn't be the same, bro.
True, but Charlamagne,
Nothing
his
will
own
stop
channel
the
ain't even that
Charlamagne
big.
demon.
No, they could take. Angela off that shit.
What happened?
Angela don't need to be on that shit.
I mean, she
Welcome
ain't
to
there.
InfoWars.
Stupid shit, bro.
I used to say that too. I used to feel like that.
She be saying
Like, she be asking dumbass questions, in my opinion. Like, sometimes she has good questions, but it's like, I know she ain't go there thinking that somebody wrote that shit and said, Angela, ask these questions. She's
Hey,
like,
man.
all right, because I don't really want to talk to this motherfucker anyway.
What
Why
do you-
I gotta ask
What
him
do you
like
think
this,
the
you know?
conversation went like when they hired her or before they hired her? Like, you don't think it went anything like, yo, we gotta get a female on this shit, and she gotta look good. Doesn't matter who it is, she just gotta look good. She gotta, preferably a Hispanic chick.
I mean, Angela Yee been eating lately. I
Or
don't
is
know if
she
y'all
Hispanic?
noticed. Like,
definitely be.
she been eating a little bit lately. She got Thanksgiving every night now. You know what I'm saying? She gained some weight. She used to be a little slimmer. She used to be kind of hot. Now she's like,
Yeah.
you know, it's like, I know I gotta take you
So
out to
she
eat.
she might be risking her job.
Risking
Because
her job.
that's the industry that she's working in, you know. Camera, you're behind the camera. Like your voice, can only take you so far. In the radio, if you're doing audio, that's fine. But if they're probably gonna take her off of that, video camera.
Damn. And you say you don't really be seeing her? On Angela Yee on
You
Breakfast
see it,
Club?
but they gotta turn the camera to see it.
Yeah, you feel me? It's mostly it's not even really envy. It's Charlamagne because Charlamagne's like he presses their buttons. You feel me?
Is that why Charlamagne sit right there?
Yeah,
He
nigga.
sit right next to the fucking artist, bro.
They got teams of people to
He be
make
just
those
like this,
decisions,
bro.
bro.
Like ready. That nigga just like this, bro. Go to the
Just
Charlamagne
like
video. Bro.
readying his bow just to fire something at him.
Bro, he already know what to say. He'll literally go up on publications, and I swear he must know the people that type this shit, because he'll be like, well, they said it looked like you were sucking a dick in that one shadow. You know, like
They should replace.
what happened?
Could DJ Envy? What the fuck DJ Envy do? He just asked it straight up. Like he's literally like the.
He's like low key because he
He
came
just
up
becomes
during the
a
time.
he's like the logical motherfucker.
Honestly, bro, I don't know. about
Sometimes.
Like, he's
I
gonna
don't
tell
know.
Charlamagne to chill out. He gonna laugh if he go crazy. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah, he's always trying to calm
I
down
say
the
you replace
situation.
DJ Envy with Joe Budden.
That's wild.
Fucking funny,
That shit is
hell
weird.
of some interviews, bro.
Oh, I saw those interviews. That's
I
because.
would say take out Angela Lee, but you can't female. You can't get straight niggas.
But who? What we gonna replace her with? You feel me?
Just don't replace her. That's what I said.
This thing is crazy.
Yeah,
You
man.
are, he said don't replace her.
She on her way out, man.
But we could have an attractive chick that could actually have something to say. It's a little bit more of substance. But the thing is that, no offense to Angela Yee, she has good shit to say, but usually not really on the hip hop scene. But she has shit to say in the hip hop scene too. Even though usually what she says is like something we generally all think. But because Breakfast Club is predominantly them just interviewing idols and asking them what their next thing is. Like they're not even like Angela Yee said it herself. We barely interview people for music these days, which is why she's been talking a lot more because. She's more into whatever these other people are doing. You know what I mean? Which I think she might be the one getting those people in there.
Her lip service shit. You ever watch it?
Nah.
Talk about like sex. And
Well,
shit. Literally,
I just want to say one thing.
lip service.
Pharaoh in this bitch.
Hell yeah.
Pharaoh.
You know, one more time. I just gotta say that. But
Gang gang.
you know, co-executive producer for the HEB Lit album that dropped December 7th. If you didn't hear about it, you're living under a rock.
Get a new one.
Follow us on Instagram at High Eagle Bachelors and Twitter HE Bachelors, and you know, just subscribe here, smash a like, leave a comment, jump in the chat if you're still here. You know, talk some shit. Don't give a fuck. We'll talk to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hit us up if you're in Miami for studio time, and yeah, that infomercial is over. Let's go back to the topic.
If you fire us up, I'll fire your ass up back. You better change your profile picture before you talk shit. Dream in the chat.
Dream catcher.
This nigga said it doesn't matter. It's Treyway. Hell no.
Treyway.
Big shouts out to True Will for being in the chat.
All right, so 6ix9ine's gone for good, bro. For good, man. He out.
My aunt think he got like a mental disorder.
Mental disorder.
Nah.
She might be right.
I don't think he's crazy. I think it's all an act, bro.
Not even mental disorder ain't crazy. So autism is crazy.
Well, they can't necessarily think rationally and they make decisions that I could say are crazy. You know what I mean? Like I don't think they're crazy people. They just can't help whatever, you know, the inability is or wherever it is that they can't process
if you look at
something.
real talk though, you gonna see something off.
Bro,
Like, I
all
don't think he realized what he be saying and doing. Like a kid. You know, a kid just talk ramble, and like they don't really know what the fuck they saying. 6ix9ine.
but he just says it all. He says it all on off the top of his head because the way I see it is that he played the game, bro. He's like,
He played the game and he's doing life in prison. So.
well, that's because he was gang
Yeah.
affiliated and he was trying to be a bullshitter. And then he had the nerve to say the law couldn't touch him. He said, nobody can touch me unless you right next to me. And I'm only scared of God and the FBI.
That's bullshit because he was scared of Treyway.
Well, it's because he fucked up and he's a rat. And not to mention, if they snag him, which Treyway probably acknowledged
Why
because
he a
they
rat,
said,
though?
because, bro, he's not even a part of the gang. And he says he's not a part of the gang. He literally, and if he is, then shit, he lying and he has to. But the thing is that they can get information out of him if he's gang affiliated. So it's like, if you act stupid, they're not gonna look at you like, oh, like big shit. But all that shit, they look.
Free one, you feel me? I'm not gonna take y'all.
Oh hell yeah, go nuts, man. But you feel me, bro? It's like they were watching him. He tried to act like he was stupid.
But I'm like, how the fuck is snitch? Like you, alright? Cause look, you gonna take life for a nigga that's trying to extort you and shit. You gonna take life for a nigga that's trying to extort you?
No, but here's the thing, bro. He decided to link up, and I'm gonna call them cons because they about the fast money, and that was fast money. He acted like he was stupid, but low key did all this other shit to where it took 3 different organizations to do investigation on him to find out shit about him. Then he gets indicted. It's like, hold on, he was acting like he was stupid the whole fucking time.
I don't know, bro. Pretty sure bro actually stupid.
I don't think he's stupid, bro, because a stupid person can't get that rich. A stupid person can't convince us that, hey, a dumb
stupid person could look, cause that's what I'm saying. He went to the game to get big. That moment right there, he fucked up, cause he's doing life in prison. So he's stupid as fuck.
Okay, but he thought it
And
was
without
smart.
that game, he wouldn't have got that big.
But that was a smart move, because all right, he's
It's
not even
just
prison.
smart that he's in life though.
No, it's not. That's not smart. The smart move was
He's in
situating.
prison,
The smart move was making the money.
But
He's
is it a
dumb.
smart move? Look. Is it a smart
Hold
move
on,
if you fuck
hold
up
on,
in the
Spacey.
end?
No,
Fuck no.
that means he made a bad dude. I think he made a decision by
He
talking
said
shit.
it's a smart move because he got up there to that level. Like it's a smart move because he even got to that level.
But what did he do at that level, bro? Think about what he was doing. He was talking shit, starting drama, and then this nigga had the nerve to
That's
say
my
he was
point.
above the
He's
law.
stupid. That's what my point. He's dumb.
But he felt like that. You feel me? He thought he had the money because they said that when they checked his bank account, he had $2 million. $2 million, yeah, you can pay for pretty much any lawsuit. The lawsuit that he beat.
$2 million. That's it.
Yeah,
That's what everybody
exactly.
said. You feel me?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
we have to acknowledge the fact that during that whole time
Goddamn,
period of him
that's
being
what I'm
on
saying.
tour and dropping these songs, he's getting charges pressed against him for each state that he's landing in about this girl he supposedly molested. He said he spent about $750,000 off of his own money on
That he was
court
getting
cases,
charged in the
lawyers.
state
You know what I mean? And that's a whole bunch of shit that's going on.
Every state you go to, you get charged.
Realistically,
I mean, like,
If you're a sex offender,
I thought
and
he
you
would
go to
have
another
like
state
10
or some
mil
shit,
by
Just
now,
trying
you
to
know?
catch him for it. Type
he
shit.
can't, bro, because if he has that gang
You
to
don't
pay
World
off
Star
and
too
all
much.
this other
I feel
shit.
like World Star is the reason why he doesn't have that much money.
Well, yeah, because he didn't let
was
them World Star.
constantly on
I'm pretty
World
sure
Star,
them
bro.
gang niggas just robbing his ass on the low all the time, bro. Like if he had 1 million, they gave him like 400.
But he had to break bread with them. Like, that's what I'm thinking.
Exactly.
But that's why it's not necessarily dumb. He was dumb because he put himself in a position he couldn't get out of, and he kept acting like, because it looks like he thought he knew what he was doing, but he fucked up somewhere, bro. Somewhere
Fucked
in
up
there.
everywhere, bro.
Well, true that.
Nigga had
He didn't
good
have
life,
people-
bro. Like, bro.
But that doesn't
People-
mean that
he-
he's a dude. But you have to, okay, an
He
idiot
knew
will
what he
do
was
it on
signing up
purpose.
for.
A smart person doesn't intentionally get
see,
life.
no, you got me fucked up. You got me fucked up. You got me fucked up.
Get to the
so
mic
you
right
saying,
here. Right here.
you said a stupid person will do the crime and get caught for the crime.
Most stupid people will do
So
it
it's
and
not
not care.
stupid to not do the crime and get caught for that crime.
That's not what I'm
That's
saying. I'm
stupid
saying
as
that a
shit.
smart person, if they did the crime, I think doing crimes are dumb. But if you're a smart
I'd
person,
rather do the crime and get. I'd rather if I got arrested for it.
So what are you incentivizing here, Spacely?
I'm saying that he's not dumb because he got himself to a level to where, you know,
You're saying he rode the wave.
he rode the wave. He
And
made
that was
money, and
smart.
guess he's still
Alright,
making
you know
money.
why I say he's
He didn't
dumb?
lose like
Straight
any
up.
money for his music. He's still getting the money from that.
I feel
Then
like-
You know why I say he's dumb?
He-
I
You
feel like-
learn from people like that.
There you go. I feel like he did have to learn a lesson. You don't think he learned a lesson?
I'm
He's
not
smart
saying
now.
that. I'm
He's
not saying
smart
okay.
now.
Look, I'm not
Why he
saying
saying
that
that,
that he didn't learn anything because like
I hope he
I'm
shaved
just
his
I don't
head.
want to give him too much credit where credit isn't due. I just give him credit for becoming the person he was to where he took dude. He basically came out of fucking nowhere. Like I say, like when I bring him up in the podcast,
I'm
we saw
pretty
this
sure
nigga on
Brad's
Or
regretting
you
Instagram.
his
think
whole
you
life
think
right
it
now.
was smart for him to make the decision?
I'm pretty sure he's
to
regretting every
make
6
that
9
deal with the
tattoo
gang?
nigga got.
To be honest, I don't think that was
I
smart,
know.
but he had a whole. Like, I'm pretty sure he thought about everything he did
No,
before he did it, bro.
I'm pretty sure he regret everything he ever did in his whole life.
Nah,
No,
I don't think he regrets everything.
Bro, this nigga's living in hell right now.
Right now, he hasn't even been tried. We don't know what the verdict's gonna be yet.
Exactly.
And
He's
all right,
living in hell
and
and he ain't had trial yet.
And then what if this nigga gets released on house arrest? What would you guys say?
That nigga finessed.
I think he, you know,
That nigga a
hopefully
great lawyer,
he
nigga.
learned his lesson.
He finessed the feds, nigga. How the
Yeah.
fuck?
if he did for any reason, and it's I mean,
Bro,
Besides the fact that he has money,
or if you don't
he-
get out,
he's
nigga
gonna-
dumb as fuck, bro. Nigga dumb as shit. Nigga
well
dumb as
he
fuck.
he is an idiot. I just don't think he's completely an idiot because he had an idea, but everybody else had their own ulterior motives and ideas as well.
But you're saying when he had an idea, you're talking about his, promotional campaign.
Well,
It's
yeah,
the
wait,
look,
yeah,
look, bro.
yeah,
This is why I
that.
say,
The way he
'cause,
marketed
like,
himself.
His whole
Yeah, you're-
promotional
like, you-
campaign was a game that he wasn't even really a part of.
Like that's where the lesson
Dude,
was
and
learned.
that's why I don't even
That's
think that
where
he's gonna
it-
get in that much trouble because
that's
he's not
where
even
there was
necessarily
no smart
affiliated
person.
Bro, you
100.
can't get hit
percent
with racketeering and all that shit, and they just like, you know,
Bruh,
like, nah.
But here's the
Spacey.
thing: all of the
Spacey,
information
if
they're
he-
trying to say that they have against him, bro,
if
they
he
haven't
didn't get
brought
hit
shit
with
out.
any
They
of that
brought out
stuff-
one conversation on the phone and try to say, "Oh yeah, this is some of all the proof that we have." And it's like, well, if you guys had more proof, you'd be like right now they don't have shit of him killing people or doing any of that shit. You know what I mean? They haven't even explained
They
it.
don't need it. They got the gang. They got the proof of the gang doing it. In racketeering, they hit you with everything the gang do.
True that.
They don't need proof of you doing anything. They know they racketeering. They're assuming you the head nigga of the gang. So they gonna hit
And
you
that
with
dude, and
everything the gang
that's literally a ploy just to get him to snitch. Which is why I'm saying that he was smart at some point to where everybody else thought ahead of it. Treyway thought ahead. The feds obviously are thinking ahead because they're taking care of shit 24/7.
I think it like there was some smart decision.
See, that was
made
probably
somewhere
you.
to get your point to the
That
point where
right
you gotta
there.
rat,
That right there. You got.
and then get yourself to the point where after you rat,
the feds using
someone called it. Treyway is gonna be after you.
He fucked
Right?
up, nigga.
If you
'Cause
rap,
he get out,
if
he-
you're saying
He's
what you're
dead.
saying.
He's a dead man if he gets
It's
out.
not smart. He didn't make a smart decision. Is my point.
Well, I don't
Anywhere.
think. I don't think he would.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, I have to say
I
that
don't see-
if he gets off, bro, he would just be sitting around rich, and then it's like, well,
Is
let's
he
do.
rich though?
If
If
he
he
made
got
it-
out,
If he
bro? I don't know.
after the fees,
maybe
he probably
if
only.
Gummo- maybe that I feel like the only money he got is coming from that what he just dropped. I feel like.
And that shit's
after
breaking
that-
billboards. It got 200,000 in the first week.
Bro,
And he still got shit to pay. I'm pretty sure.
True.
bro, if he's still.
But
got
he's gonna
things
pay it
to
out of his
Yeah, but
money
he can
because
just
he's
make
been
more
doing
music.
that.
I mean,
That's true. Because if you do get out, he gonna be more popular.
imagine
But that's if he
If
gets
that
out.
nigga, hey, 6'9", I'm not trying to say that shit. But if you get out, like soon, that's legendary shit.
But my boy, like Dre's, like he's going to be an informant. Watch
Probably.
yeah.
Bobby Schmurder shit. It said
An
Bobby still
informant,
locked
huh?
up, but that's because.
Bobby Schmurder's not in the format.
They're gonna send 6ix9ine in.
Bro,
with
I
a
heard that when
wire.
he was out, and they had that nigga on fucking watch. Like they had security watching that nigga, make sure nobody came over there and hit that nigga.
Yeah, I heard that too.
You feel me? That was trending everywhere, and it's like, there's no way you get away with killing people if you not fucking snitching or complying with somebody, because somebody around, and they said it. The Fed said that in the gang there was already a rat. So what the fuck? Everybody is already fucked. You know what I mean? There was a rat there the whole time. They said, in the midst of all of that.
Didn't
But why the
Treyway
fuck?
get bail? Didn't Shotty get approved bail?
I don't know.
I heard he got.
Oh
approved
my
bail.
god, I gotta check that. If Shotty got
That's
bail,
crazy. I think he got
the
approved
entire
bail.
law fucking with like the whole entire people
he did
dealing
get
with this
a
are
boss ass
corrupt.
nigga,
If
bruh.
Shotty got bail,
You know what?
I'm just saying.
Look. You know how I look at it? I like Shotty more than I like 6ix9ine. Straight the fuck up. Cause Shotty is about what he said. He's about his money. And it's like, alright, he finessed 6ix9ine. He did all this fuck shit to 6ix9ine, but he a gang nigga. He a street nigga. So it's like, you expect that nigga to be nice anyway?
Yeah.
No, them niggas is snakes. That's what they do. You
Yep.
feel me?
Yeah.
And 6ix9ine just got finessed. Like 6ix9ine
Yeah.
put himself out there. Yo, I want to be a part of this. He saw him like, oh, he got potential. He got money. Let's bring him in.
Yeah.
Started using that nigga for the money, for the fame, bro. Like, all that shit.
But that's
Yeah,
bro.
yeah,
They all
definitely.
thought they were using each other, and then doing some shit where it's like, all right,
but,
y'all
but
about to lose your lives.
look. But niggas like Shotty know that what they do, they gonna either end up dead in jail. Shotty don't like he's less stressed about being in jail than 6ix9ine.
True.
He in jail got bloods to defend him in jail. 6ix9ine don't got shit. Like that's how it go in that gang shit. You get locked up, they ain't tripping that crazy because they gonna be straight in jail. 'Cause when they get to jail, they got their niggas they get set. You feel me?
Mhm.
It's not like he's 6ix9ine going in and it's like he not even no real gang member. So Crips, Bloods, and everyone gonna be coming at this nigga. Shotty robbing. Like he in prison, but that nigga, them niggas know that what they gonna do gonna end them in jail. So they don't be like they know that. They say in their head like if you gonna do the crime, do the time. You feel me? 6ix9ine ain't. You think 6ix9ine said that shit?
Yeah.
You think 6ix9ine was ready to do that time?
But bruh,
Fuck no.
bruh, do you think that he's gonna get? All right, let's say all of them got time. Let's say they're all guilty. That nigga's not gonna be in there all that long if this nigga snitches, and that's gonna change everything.
Talking about who?
6ix9ine, because and 6ix9ine's not the rat. So anything he tells them, they already know anyway. But they'll give him less time for snitching. You know what I'm talking about?
That's shit.
And mind you, the minimum he could get, not even going like if you look into it, academics talked about, academics, a lot of other people talked about it. The minimum he could get is 3 years. 3 years to life. 3 fucking years
What though?
for basically everything, like all the charges. If it was all racked up together, the minimum would start at 3 years.
If he snitches?
Well, if he snitches, that's different.
Wait, like, who the fuck? Where did 3 years come from?
You have to watch the video. Fucking academics.
What happened to
was,
the 20 years and?
no, all that. That's what's
No.
that's what's pending. But the thing is that like they're saying
That's what could happen.
like when they get into
alright,
detail
they
about
said, I thought what could happen was life. I thought 20 was like
Well,
definite.
20 to
years,
life is
20
could
to
happen.
life, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So I thought it was 20 definite to life. Like life
Oh.
is possible.
No, it wasn't definite yet. They haven't
I
decided.
thought 20
that.
was like the minimum you have to do, but 20 to life, like
Unless
fuck
he's
up in
innocent.
prison.
They haven't
Unless
decided.
unless they get no proof.
They haven't
on him.
decided all that yet. That's what.
That's
And the
his trial
minimum
next
could
year.
start.
The
from
only
3
way
years.
that it's not, is if like they really couldn't nail him with anything. which it seems like they've already been able to. You know.
He might fuck around.
Fuck around and get out, right? Fuck around and
Cause they said on the thing that he not even a part of the game.
yeah.
Like they said that shit, but that's what I'm saying. Like he like 6ix9ine is just stupid, bro.
He's gonna get in trouble, bro. But I promise you, that's why. If Gang gets in more trouble than he does, and then he walks out, let's say he still has to go to prison. If he goes for prison for just 10 years, it's bullshit. That nigga got off. And you can get out on good behavior, and he's an artist. He's not gonna be sent to the same type of prison as regular people. Artists don't go to the same jails, the same prisons. They get sent somewhere else. Even they threw him into a real federal prison to spook him into snitching, which
like,
they said.
I almost feel like they just said that shit, bro.
Bro, they said they put him in there. If he was never in there, then he's good.
I feel like
Why
they
would you
saying
snitch?
shit, though, like from the media.
Yeah.
Oh, no, dude, that shit's real, bro.
I mean-
You think Lil Wayne was in the same
That's
prison
what
with a
Nah.
fucking convict? They will kill him. They'll see him and just attack him.
I don't know about that, bro. If he was the real blood, if he wasn't the real blood, maybe. But Wayne was the blood, so why the fuck would they do that?
Bro, you can look it up. They do not put artists in the same prisons as regular people unless you did some
Put
wild
Boosie
ass
in
shit.
They definitely put Boosie in general population.
Boosie was gang affiliated, and
And Wayne wasn't.
Wayne was gang affiliated, but Wayne was like, at the time period, the game was way different. He had Birdman at his side, way too much fucking money right behind his name, and they will put any type of money behind that nigga to make sure that kid gets the fuck out of that prison. Lil Wayne made cash money after Juvenile and Birdman barely. But you know what I'm saying?
Wayne made.
They made sure-
Wayne's just the greatest artist ever. Like Cotton don't know who Wayne is. Cotton may not know who Boosie is.
You feel me? It's all money, bro. Money, good ass lawyer, and connections. And everybody up there, they're
You know, there was
connected.
some
They got
prisons-
powerful people, and the powerful people know powerful
I
people.
forgot what state, but they had released some prisoners because they like it was like they were losing money by keeping them.
Really?
Because it costs like $70,000 to keep prisoners every year type shit. It's like $70,000 to keep a prisoner. Each person.
Each?
Yeah.
What the hell?
Like it's probably different for different prisoners, but it'll be
Right.
like up there like $50, $60, $70,000.
Excuse me. That's a lot
But there
of
was a
fucking money.
prison where like they were losing money or some shit, so they like released the fucking prisoners, bro.
That's crazy.
They do all that shit for money, bro. Like they,
Bro, it definitely can be like $60,000 to $70,000 for one person.
I think
If you
so,
think
bro.
about it, like you're not given anything,
I
but,
think so
but,
though.
like shitty food and like 2 pairs of clothes, right?
You get 2 cents for building a desk for schools.
But there has to be
If you
something
if you
else
apply
that
for
they're
that.
paying for though. Like that's just they probably like just divide it up. Like you feel me? Like but all the cost of the whole shit, and then they like all these prisoners divided. It's like all right, they all cost this much money. 'Cause you know they looking at us like they looking at niggas in there like y'all cost fucking money. You know they looking at niggas like that, bro.
Hey man,
But don't they also make them money? Having the prisoners there and circulating and shit?
I don't remember how
Yeah,
that
but I
was.
think that's what I'm saying. I think they was losing more money or some bullshit. Like they just
Right.
released them motherfuckers. It was some buck shit. Like it was like
we gotta
the whole
get
thing
some
on it.
prisoners to go down to fucking California.
I say
and
if you
build that
ain't rape
fucking
nobody
wall.
or kill nobody,
That makes
Get out.
so much sense.
Exactly.
What do you, all right, what about people that be like?
Can you
what
pass me the
about
other one,
thieves?
Sada?
What they get? What thieves get?
Thieves. I think they should get some jail time.
I say y'all get house arrest.
House arrest.
For stealing
Yeah.
Grand Theft Auto?
Cause murdering and rape, that's where I'm like, throw your ass away. Like I don't give a fuck.
Throw your
Yeah, I
ass
personally
away.
think you should just be hung. And then like
So
fire
you're
at
for
him.
the death penalty.
Yeah, if you rape somebody,
he's for the damn 1920s.
yeah, bitch, like you're gonna
That
be an
nigga's for
example.
the-
They need to
that
see
nigga
what the
don't
fuck
want
we
no
do to
quick
people.
Headshot. That
I
nigga
don't
said
think you
hangman.
should kill them, but
What
Nah,
about
they
you,
should die.
like death penalty or
You can't undo rape.
I think you should kill.
like
kill people who
what's
kill
the
people.
hardest like charge you could put
True
on a
that.
human being in
Life.
in the U.S.
Not
Just
death
life.
penalty.
Yo,
You,
you
ne-
can bomb.
you can never
Suck.
like.
Life, nigga, in solitary confinement. Make that boy go crazy. That nigga's going
I'd
crazy.
rather
For
just
life
kill
in
the guy
solitary.
than do
That's
that.
what I'm saying. I'd rather die. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
If I got life in solitary confinement,
Oh,
I'm
that's
probably
fucked
gonna
up.
try and escape.
So then
or
why
fight a
would
cop so
you
he kill
why
me.
would you do the more fucked
Yeah.
up thing?
What you mean?
If you're not gonna kill him, why would you do the more fucked up thing? Why wouldn't you work up the ladder
What do you mean?
of like punishment? You feel me?
Wait, what?
So what do you suggest then?
Like, is death? Are you for the death penalty or not? And if you're for,
I am
Life,
for people
you
who
know,
kill
like-
people.
I said I feel like you should be able to
you
choose
kill
if you
people,
want it or
then
not.
Yeah.
you are.
I feel like if you give someone life, they can choose if they want death penalty.
Yeah, I agree with that. They should have an option to
Well, I guess
not
it-
live. That's just my
Like, why
opinion.
the fuck would you want?
But-
like,
Rapists.
and especially if it costs that much to keep their ass, they should be like, all right, yeah, you can die.
If you wanna,
Unless it costs fucking $50K to kill a nigga.
I think so. Okay, yeah, like
That's why I don't understand why they don't just shoot a nigga. They put these lethal injections. Like, what the fuck y'all doing that for? Just shoot the nigga in the head with a fucking 50 cal.
and you know where they know where
I
to
think
shoot you to make it like
They
instant
used
death.
to do that?
They used to just chop
Yeah.
your fucking head off.
Well, no, but I'm saying here. in the
And you
US,
wouldn't
like,
die
they kill
instantly.
you too.
Hardly, bro. They just got.
I'm
They
pretty
just
sure
wanted
they
to get
inject
have
you
fun
with
with
shit
it.
Well, now, yeah.
Lethal injection. You know how many times that shit just went wrong, bro? Like went wrong. Like the motherfucker ain't died for like 3 hours.
Oh, that's fucked up.
That shit's fucked up. Like why the fuck you even doing that?
Yeah.
What
It's
if
like
you
one
just had 'em-
chemical go in to like make
But-
you unconscious, then the
And-
next one goes in to like make you like.
I mean, they're
some
trying to
shit,
make
and the
it
next
like
one-
like an easy process for you, you know.
Yeah, just
but-
shoot a nigga in the head from the back, like he not even looking.
from the back.
No homo.
Yeah.
What if he survived the first shot?
Shoot him like twice or
No,
something.
that person's not allowed to
Like
shoot.
there's scientific,
They-
there's
there's a way to
scientific shit
shoot
where
them
you
and
get a
guarantee that they're
sniper
gonna
and
die
shoot a nigga in
where
this
you
part
shoot
of
them
the
at,
fucking
in the
head
head.
specifically, he gonna die.
I just
He's
right.
gonna die.
I thought they did like firing squads at one point.
They probably did.
Yeah, but they
bro,
didn't
Bro.
headshot you. They just light you up.
Bro,
Lethal
we got
injection is like
I
the
don't think
move
they
now.
did that.
we got shit that
You talking about, like-
literally,
I'm talking about for
can do
people
like,
on death row.
that can just
but
fry
the-
your fucking brain, like, or just like.
What do y'all think? What do y'all think?
Yeah, yeah.
Man.
Well, I don't know about the death penalty. I honestly just don't understand. Don't know
But
where.
all right, would you rather do life in prison or get death penalty?
I don't know.
All right, fuck prison, solitary confinement, because that's not in prison.
They see, I'd rather do prison, but
Solitary
I would not do
confinement for life?
They feed you though.
For life, no.
They
I-
feed you
fuck
good.
So
that.
what if they feed you, nigga?
Nigga, but they'll let you
Especially-
out. You can have a chance
especially
to
being
get out of
that
there. In
bitch.
prison, you more than likely not coming out. Because
What?
I said you're more than likely to get out of solitary confinement. You feel me?
No, you're not. Sometimes they just forget people are even in there.
Wait, but what do you mean?
Yeah, that's the same thing with the prison, then.
Forget
What?
you're in
That'd
there.
be the same thing
Yeah,
with
but
prison.
But
prison
what are you
is more
talking about?
free than
I was
solitary.
because if you're in solitary confinement and you got like some nigga that's like fucking like watching you, because they do know who's in solitary confinement.
Yeah, but what do you,
And it's all like good behavior. Like they can't notice good behavior. You're in a cell with a whole bunch of people. But if you're just one nigga sitting there not doing anything, just cooling, that's way more easier to be like, doesn't look as crazy. It'll take you out, put you back in the cells, and they'll keep an eye on you type shit. Like I feel like
What
that
do
would
you
give them
mean?
more incentive to do something for you.
The other
than just
option
to
is
sit there.
death.
No, but he's
The
talking
other option
about
is
is
instant
solitary
death.
confinement for life, prison
Or-
for life, or death. There's no solitary confinement and getting out.
That's what I'm
It's
saying.
just
Oh, okay.
Like if I have solitary confinement for life, I'm gonna do something.
no.
They gotta
I would
kill me.
definitely not choose that. That's the last one I would choose.
That's like hell, nigga. Literally.
Honestly, bro, if you think about it, it depends on if you're innocent or guilty. If you're innocent, you've been framed and you do that
Yeah.
shit. You go in there, man, and like someday, maybe, someone will be, caring enough to pick up a piece of paper and just like, oh shit, that person's innocent.
Yeah, but I'm not doing that in solitary. I'll do that in
Yeah.
prison.
Oh yeah, because you
That's
could
true.
you could have a life in prison. You can have some pride in prison. You
Yeah.
can have something in prison. Solitary confinement. You, got a
Yeah,
nigga
You
open
can't
up
have
a little
enough
thing and
in
put his
prison.
fucking food
yeah,
in
but
it.
it's way better than solitary.
I mean, you can just
It's
sit
not
there and
like-
meditate, or just try to do
Yeah,
that.
but you have
Nigga,
contact with
23
people.
hours
I mean, you can at least
in
learn.
a box.
How often they feed you?
Probably like twice, bro.
Lose is like about to sign up.
But you get an hour outside on concrete
Right.
type shit, like not even on no, and you in the cage.
I heard homeless people just fucking put themselves in
Oh,
jail just to get the food.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's all to share a bed with anybody.
But that's like yo, you the wish you
Oh,
had
yeah.
a bed to share with a nigga.
Oh, so they don't have a bed at all.
It's not. I don't. Sometimes they
Bro,
don't.
I
but
don't
I'm
even
saying you
think
want
they have
someone
a
to talk
clock
to,
in
bro.
there. It's just
You don't need a clock.
there's no.
You just want someone to
Dude,
talk
you know
to
how
at that
crazy
point,
you
bro.
go? There's no windows and no clock. You're
There's
just
nothing.
sitting in there. Like you have
You would
no
want someone
idea
to
what
talk
the
to.
fuck's going on at all.
I don't know.
It's just
I-
light.
I don't know.
Because I used to sit down and meditate for hours, so I can sit there and just close my eyes and just sit
Something-
there. I hear a
Same
tray
thing
open.
as-
It's not. But some
Listen,
people.
No, it is because you're actually forced to do it. So you have to sit there and
Basically,
discipline
but
yourself.
you know that you can just get up and walk outside if you wanted to. They cannot do that. There's no
But I don't
option
think like that.
whatsoever.
I mean, okay, if you don't have an option, then what are you gonna do
My
with
point
it?
is
You feel
that
me? I
it's-
would
it's
sit there
easy
and
to
just
say that.
try to do it in my mind.
I'm
No,
after-
it's easy to
Alright,
say
bro,
because
after
if
a
you're there,
year, after
Bro,
a year,
You're
I don't
gonna
think
you're
you're
gonna do that
realizing
enough
how long
to
it
be
is,
like
like-
a fucking cricket jumping around.
bro.
the
Like
fucking
I
I mean,
get
that's
hot.
assuming-
I
You're
get
gonna
hot when
forget how
I'm
to
bored.
walk.
I'm bored, bro, and I'm free. Feel me? Them niggas bored and they're not free.
I mean, I don't know what they're doing with their boredness, bro. They just think about shit that makes them go crazy.
going
People
crazy.
don't just go crazy
you-
because they're by themselves.
Are you serious?
Yeah, they do.
Spacey?
Nah, bro.
Are you serious?
Yes,
you sound,
nigga, I'm
you
serious.
sound crazy right
That's
now,
literally
bro.
a
You sound
pretty much
crazy
like a
right
scientific
now.
fact is that you will go
You
crazy
need,
if you're
you
by
need,
yourself.
you need to,
for a
you
long
need to
time.
get, you need
It
to
is,
get outside.
it
You
That doesn't
need,
make any
you
sense
need
to
human
me.
interaction.
We're
But it
social
is a
creatures,
fact.
bro. Like
It is a
that's just
fact.
the way it works.
It's
have
scientifically proven.
resilience.
If you don't have human contact and all that shit, you gonna start hallucinating. You gonna go crazy.
Like,
That doesn't make sense
like,
to me.
It will just
It does.
happen.
It'll make sense if
We're
you,
not
like,
meant to be by ourselves. all the
There's
time.
certain like Jordan Peterson's done like actual
what
like
in a
talks
human
about that.
is meant to be by themselves. You gotta recreate. You gotta do all types.
Go
of
look
shit.
up Jordan
okay, I
Peterson if you
understand
want
that,
to
but
get
you don't need
psychology
anybody. But humans
references.
don't need another human to.
Shouts out to the
survive.
batch. Thumbs
Yeah,
up.
they do.
Subscribe.
To survive.
You need another human.
Yeah, you
bro.
do.
To mate, yeah, but to like eat, sleep, no.
Mating is surviving, bro.
Okay, all right, we're going there. Hold on.
No, not fucking reproduction. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not talking about reproduction. You don't need another human. All you need is literally your body, and as long as you're
And then you go extinct because everyone decided to
What's
do
my
that.
point? That's not surviving.
I'm not saying okay.
Surviving
You saying you can
is.
reproduce by yourself?
No, I didn't say that. I was saying I wasn't talking in regards of that. You don't have to
If
be
every
around.
human decided to not have a child and just take care of themselves,
That's not what
we
I
would
was
go
saying
extinct.
either.
Especially,
it would go
That's
extinct.
not what I'm
overnight.
saying.
You got me
It would go
saying-
extinct
What
in the
are
second
you
generation.
saying?
I'm about to say, this is fucked up. Where it's like you need to go outside there.
We're going to
Bro,
different topics and shit.
You think so?
Let's see how
This
that
is a
shit
wild
Bro, you
podcast.
gonna go crazy.
The-
We're in the
what were you
Wild
saying?
West right now.
I don't know,
fellas.
Spatially, bro.
I don't
There's
think
no,
I
so
would.
you're saying you'd have life in solitary confinement, you'd be vibing.
I don't think I would be vibing. I wouldn't like it, but it's all about discipline.
You would just not like it.
I
You would
just.
just be like, this just kind of sucks.
Well, if I
No,
were to
look,
think,
but the problem is basically is that like maybe a year in solitary
Straight
confinement
jacket.
is discipline. Once you get past like a year, it's not discipline anymore. It's just you need the social contact.
Bro, what are
Or
you
you're
gonna
gonna
do?
go crazy.
sit
There's
there
no-
and not do anything. Just
That's
listen to
crazy.
myself breathe.
That sound of that is
How
crazy.
does that sound crazy? You know what they're doing in there? They're
Do
thinking
you
a bunch
ever-
of crazy
Do you
shit.
ever do that? Does anybody ever sit in one place
Yeah.
other than monks, nigga? Who's
Yeah.
a monk?
I do.
Dude, what
I
do you think
before
he's
I go
trying to
sleep.
go towards?
I'm
Is
talking
monks.
about. I'm
He's-
talking about for 24. I don't think.
He's
that's
talking about
there.
Buddhism.
24 hours? I've
He's
never
talking
done it for
about
24
Buddhism.
hours
The
straight.
problem
That's
is that monks don't do that anyway. They do
For
it
20.
outside.
Yeah,
First
Yeah.
of all,
Yeah,
they don't do it in
Not
a
all of
room.
them. Some of them do it in a room. They do
Alright,
it in a
But
dark
not
room
for
with
20,
no noise.
Not 24/7 for
Some
their
do.
entire life.
Some-
no, they don't.
You can look that up. People have done that. Sat there and meditated for 24 hours. That is a
That
thing.
was
Alright,
not
24
sunlight.
hours, bro.
But
But I'm not saying I would meditate
but
24
space,
hours.
Space. I'm saying
Okay.
24 hours is not 24 hours plus like the
A
rest of
year.
your life. Like it's not just 24 hours. It's your entire life. You see what I'm saying? That's
Bro,
the
your
difference.
brain is gonna start filling up the space of the shit that's not there. You're gonna start hearing voices. You're gonna start seeing shit. I'm telling you, cause your brain is so bro. I'm telling you, bro. You're gonna start hearing shit and seeing shit. I promise you.
Like there's
Boredom-
not really a way around.
Boredom
You're gonna,
is
you're
the
gonna,
one
bro. You're gonna hear something and
fastest
be
route
like,
to
it's gonna
go
arouse you,
crazy.
nigga, cause you ain't heard nothing. You're gonna be like it's gonna entertain your ass. That's why they go crazy. I feel like they hear a voice. Of
Entertainment.
They gonna start
I mean,
talking and shit. Like
you can
crazy
become
as fuck.
schizophrenic by hanging out with a schizophrenic person. Like, what does that tell you?
That tells me that your mind controls it all. Therefore, you can determine whether or not you go crazy.
Bro, but you're
What
not gonna
the
have
fuck?
positive
I don't know
thoughts
about
in a
that.
sense.
You let a
I think
schizo, if you let a schizo convince
you're
you
at
you're
that point,
schizo,
you're
It's
then
just, look,
It's not about you
if you
convincing.
have negativity surrounding you all day, every day, what's gonna happen?
but you won't because you're in a fucking room with nobody.
So
It's
you're
just
saying
you.
that's not negative, bro?
See,
Locked up in solitary
that-
confinement,
no,
it's
this is
not
perfect.
negative,
This is
bro?
perfect because that's perspective.
He needs
If
solitary
nah,
confinement.
if you're sitting there, bro, and you have nothing else to do, what can you do? You can go crazy. You have the option to sit there like fuck I'm here for the rest of my life, or it's just like I'm gonna sit here and that's it. Just you don't have to think any of that other shit.
Bro.
All that other shit is wasted thought.
Bro.
Literally, I'm in solitary confinement. They're gonna feed me at this time of the day. And that's it. And sit the fuck
What do
there
you mean
and not
this time
act
of day?
crazy.
There's no clock, bro.
Well, they feed me whenever the fuck they feed
That's
me.
what I'm saying.
You know you're not gonna starve. You know you're not gonna starve.
My point is,
Look, a nigga in solitary confinement, they interviewed this nigga. Nigga forgot who he was, forgot where he was, forgot the time, forgot everything, bro. He forgot everything. He didn't know who the fuck he was. How the fuck you forget who you are?
How long was he there?
For years, nigga.
Well, that's different.
We was talking about life.
What do you
I'm
mean?
kidding.
talking
I'm kidding.
about
I'm kidding. I'm
life.
kidding.
Talking about-
They
I'm
were
kidding.
talking
I'm
about
kidding.
life.
That guy, I don't know. I don't know what kind of
They usually
mental
don't do
mindsets
life.
he
They
had. I don't
usually
even.
do,
Yeah, they don't.
you know, certain.
You
like,
can't
5
be in there for
days,
like.
a
You
week,
can't.
you know.
No, there's people that's been there for
2
like 30
weeks.
years, bro.
Yeah, some people don't
30
get out.
years.
Yeah.
I've heard of that because they just forgot them and shit.
Hey,
like,
bro.
They just
They don't
didn't
give a
I
fuck
mean,
about
there,
them.
there's
It's just
certain
fucked
yeah,
up.
there's certain cases that are fucked up.
There's a
Yeah,
dude that was in there
so-
for like 34 years. Interview. Talk to
Yeah,
him.
man.
Them
It's definitely
niggas.
not, you know.
That's
what we
hell,
want
bro.
Like,
happening that
yeah.
much.
Solitary confinement should be like a day. at most.
More of
I just
like-
don't see how being with yourself is hell.
because being because
It's not
it's
even
not
look.
just 24
It's not even
hours,
just
like
being
a
with
monk
yourself,
would.
bro. It's not even just being
more
with
than
yourself.
that.
You can't eat what you want, can't shower when you want. You wake up when they tell you it's cold as fuck probably in that bitch. You don't got a blanket, you don't got cushion.
I don't know what you have in there. If you have a bed, I don't think it's that bad. Just
Yeah,
saying.
but bro,
You don't have,
it's
like, a
it's the
bed.
psychological aspect. It's just like
It's
It's
meant
not-
to mentally fuck you up.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think that. I just don't see why it's like a
I'm
big
saying-
fucking deal. Because you are more likely to die in jail next to a inmate than you are in solitary
I think
confinement.
it's worse going crazy than it is to just fucking get into a fight and get your head bashed.
But that's the fear. That's the
Well, you're
assumption.
saying
I'd
you'd
rather
be
die
in
from
solitary
somebody than kill
confinement
myself,
rather than
bro.
with
Yeah.
other people.
Yeah.
In solitary
Okay.
confinement, I'm gonna have the thought of killing myself.
Well, it depends on what you do with what comes to your head. You're gonna have all you can
I'm
be
just
able to
saying,
do
I'm
is
gonna have
think.
that thought.
You feel
Definitely.
me?
Cause you probably gonna have that thought in prison, but you definitely gonna have that thought in solitary confinement, and that thought is gonna probably come around every once in a while.
Well, it depends what you do with your thoughts.
What the fuck is you gonna do?
I think it's kind of out of your control.
Breathe
bro.
and think.
It's
For
not that easy,
life.
But that's
bro.
what everybody thinks that they
life.
don't. You're trying to sit here and convince me that I can't control my mind, and I don't get how you can
Nah,
feel.
well,
no, that's literally
You
what
wanna
this is
know
because they only
why?
go nuts because
There's
they
limits,
lose
bro.
control,
There's
and
limits.
that's
The problem is basically
that's what I believe. I don't think that they were in
not
control
only
when they were going
It's,
nuts.
it's not just us telling you. These are things that you can actually look up, and it's like it just will happen. It's not. A
It
matter
will
of-
happen. I don't know. I don't think. Is it a law? I don't know.
Okay,
Wow.
we're
I
gonna
don't
do
know.
an experiment. We're gonna lock Lewis up for 5 days.
It's like I mean, bro. It's like
We're gonna lock him into a box.
What's up,
We're gonna
what's
feed
up?
him
you know
one
the definition
time.
of like being
every
crazy
day.
is like for example running an experiment like a million times trying to find another outcome other than the one that's actually happening. The outcome is that you're gonna go crazy.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
You're gonna run.
That's
out of things
what's
you
gonna
remember.
happen.
All right,
Yeah.
and what do you think that people in solitary confinement do that aids in them going crazy? Besides, because I'm pretty sure they're not just sitting.
but you
Boredom.
see, it's not about
I
what
just
they
think
do.
it's inevitable,
Okay, then.
bro.
No,
They're
but
not doing anything.
Boredom.
You could probably hold it off for longer than another
My,
motherfucker.
but
but
bro,
you don't.
it's the
Boredom
fact that
means
you're
I
you're
promise you, bro.
Going
I
crazy.
promise you. I promise you. I'll put everything on it.
I don't know.
I'll put everything on
it
you.
changes your brain chemistry.
Bro,
and not
after
being with
5,
other
10 years,
humans.
you gonna
That's
be
the thing.
going crazy, nigga. I don't give
It
a
changes
fuck.
the way you think and your brain.
Bro.
It's not just.
Yeah, it makes
simply-
you
it's
think.
not
It makes you look
from-
more so in here in yourself for whatever the fuck it is.
You're
to
talking about
entertain you.
meditating rather than what he's
Yeah.
talking about.
I'm
It's
not
just
talking.
look-
I'm talking about the mind
Room.
because that's what all it is. Because if you're going crazy, it's because something's fucking wrong with your brain. You did not
No,
keep
it's not
control
about
over your
something
brain.
going-
They don't just go crazy. Like, okay, it's over time, but they're thinking something crazy. Nobody's
You know,
thinking
there's no
insane
reverb.
and
Because
going
of
crazy.
what, like I
No,
said,
reverb,
they're surrounded by
It has to do with
negativity.
reverb.
But
too,
bruh,
right?
but then again, they're
Yeah,
you know
hearing.
they're
Yeah.
like
Your hearing goes weird after that time too.
well, that's because the motherfuckers are talking. Why are you talking to yourself? You don't have to
Bro,
talk out
no,
loud.
bro.
Sit down.
You-
Don't say shit, nigga. Just listen to the sound of the fucking air.
You know what you're
The
gonna
quiet.
hear is hallucinations in your fucking ear, dude.
That's an assumption. I don't believe that. I don't
That-
believe everybody
How
becomes
is
like
it-
that.
I'm not assuming.
It's just
Th-
a
this
thought
is real
that
scientific
gets
shit. Like you can
amplified.
look it up. This happens
Due to
to people
boredom.
who
Look,
go
look, look.
to
Have you heard of
solitary
sensory deprivation?
Mm-mm.
You never heard of sensory deprivation?
Nah?
No.
You literally hallucinate when you're deprived of senses. Literally. It's like a natural way to
Daredevil.
hallucinate.
Daredevil.
They go into
Good
this
example.
tub where it's like it's
okay.
quiet, everything's quiet. They lose senses and they start hallucinating like as if you off shrooms and LSD, just from sensory deprivation.
It's
If you're
it's
in
your
the locked
brain
up in a
chemistry. It's
room
not-
all day
it's
in
not about
darkness,
you,
bro, you
how
gon'
strong you are mentally. It's just what's gonna happen to you.
You're
You know, like, I
deprived
don't know how else
of
to
you're
explain
deprived
that,
of shit.
like-
Hearing, you're deprived of hearing, you're deprived of talking, you're deprived of seeing shit, bro.
You're acting like it's normal for nothing to be happening. You know, it's not normal
It
for
is.
nothing to be happening.
It's like in your head, yeah.
No.
It's really normal.
So
dude.
Adam
the
and Eve,
world's
I don't know if
always
you
like
believe
Has
in that
anybody
shit.
ever
I
done
can't even
that
go
other
there.
than,
I
like,
can't go there. I
monks?
can't go there.
Like other people, when
Can't-
you
I don't know.
survive, you're in the fucking jungle. Things happening all over you, bro. Like everywhere around you. There's
Well,
never-
the things that are happening that you acknowledge are what's happening in your head because you're thinking
How
of them.
long
They
do
don't.
you
If you don't
think you
acknowledge
could
them at all,
do
and
that?
they don't. They're not. If you don't even get to see sight of it, it's not going to cross your mind. Which
But
means
how
whatever
long?
is in your train of thought is what's really going to be
yeah, but
taking.
bro, you can only do
How
that
long?
for so long.
Especially, so you
Bruh.
say if you're locked in a box for 20 years, you're gonna come out the same person? Like,
No,
what,
I don't believe that.
How
But
long?
I don't
How
believe.
long do you think you could meditate in that bitch?
He's saying
Personally,
forever.
me,
He's saying forever.
if I
That's
like,
what he's saying, because he's saying he won't go crazy.
I don't think I'll go crazy.
You're gonna get
So
fed
he's saying
every
forever.
day. You're gonna get fed every day. You gotta
I
get
just don't think
to that
you're
routine.
thinking
at
about
least.
it realistically.
I don't
Like,
either.
Well,
I don't
How long
know
is
how to
it?
realistically think about
It's
it.
How
not
long you gonna
24
last
hours
meditating in
in
that
solitary.
I think personally I would last as long as I can because I have no clue how long
Bro.
that is. Because you guys are over here trying to convince me that I can't keep my brain in check, and I believe that none of them even
You
regularly
can't. How
sane.
long do you
Most of
think?
those niggas in solitary confinement.
Why? Because they in prison.
Okay then, but most of them are
So-
in there, and most
Yeah,
of them
but
aren't
you
even
don't
sane.
even know
like
how
not
long
a
you
lot.
could
The
handle
majority
it.
of people in
So,
solitary
like,
confinement
what
are
do you
actually
mean?
crazy.
You know, studies like this have been done on people that aren't prisoners too. Like this is not just a prisoner thing.
Okay,
It's-
might be we can use a regular
Yeah.
person because prisoners are regular people, but regular
Like-
people,
like
some
war.
of those people have more
But
problems than
you were
prisoners.
You were just talking about prisoners like they're not regular people.
Well,
Like,
because
they're
what
like,
I was
they're
using, I was
fucking crazy.
well, I was only going based off of like the population of people I would be around, which would be prisoners or solitary confinement-ers, whatever you want to call them. You feel me?
Well,
Like,
My point is like
Bruh.
I don't think
everybody-
there's more
anybody who's
negativity
ever
by
been
being by yourself,
solitary-
man. I think being around people can
Nah,
influence you
bro.
way more than you sitting there and listening to your thoughts.
I think it's
bro.
unnatural to be
Breathing.
completely alone
Exactly.
for a very long time. I think it's very unnatural.
Man wasn't
and
even.
it's
I
not
believe.
even,
I
like,
believe man wasn't
possible,
even put here.
really, to-
Like that's what I'm saying. I believe in. I can't go there because that's religion for me. But
Yeah.
I believe in Adam and Eve. It was it Adam? And he was with they God. That's what I believe. When God told him name the animals, do this, do that. You know me, bro. It's not just in a box
how long could you sit in a room with nothing?
with nothing, bro.
How
No
long?
no music, no nothing.
Think
bro.
about it.
And it's like, bro, you hearing shit. You hearing crazy niggas next door. You hearing crazy
If
shit.
you're gonna meditate
See, like that
the whole
that's
time,
different.
You're hearing niggas yelling.
You- and
so
you
you're
already
not gonna
know-
be in that bitch like.
you already
queen,
know
bro.
that you're not gonna be able to meditate throughout the entire fucking thing and lose yourself because you're gonna have to eat every time that they give
It's
you
just
food.
you assuming officers gonna treat you good too.
That's not what I'm assuming. I'm assuming that I'm gonna
Don't
eat
come in
and
there
that there's
and
a
give you
bed in
something.
there.
That niggas
Oh.
gonna talk shit, throw your food in there,
My
not
point-
give a
the
fuck. bro.
That
hallucination-
meatball
I'm not there to
sandwich
talk to
thing.
them. I'm in there for life. I'm not gonna talk to them.
The hallucinations
That don't
are
help.
gonna
That's
begin
not
at
gonna
some
help.
But
point.
what?
They
Why?
give you some of that
when?
Whopper
Like, I don't
Jr. with
believe that I
special
would
sauce.
hallucinate, man. I don't
I just
know.
don't like.
I don't disagree with you guys. You guys have more information about this than I do, so I'm gonna take your words
No,
for it.
I mean, I think
Yo, watch this damn interview.
I think your statement's pretty, I just want you to, give some kind of like perspective on it. You know, what you're saying. That's why I asked you, how long do you think you could fucking last in
He
that
said
shit?
life, bro. He said
I
forever.
just don't think
Only
that's
because you get used to
realistic.
it. But dude, it can because it
don't-
would become
you get
just
used-
it becomes second nature just to do that at the same time because
But
it's
not, because
inconsistent.
it's completely unnatural.
He's
Yeah,
right.
but
He's
it's
right.
also
how is it
all-
completely?
Hey,
But how is it
hey,
completely
It's all
unnatural?
He's right.
against your will
Because
too.
we're
He's right.
social creatures.
No,
It's all against your will,
hold
too.
up. He's
I
right though
don't-
about getting used to that shit.
You feel
But
me?
you gonna get used to being crazy.
But bro, okay, yeah,
But-
okay. If you hear
Louis,
motherfuckers on the
Louis,
right,
I'm
left
trying
and
to
right
figure out-
screaming, you
Oh,
feel me?
That's already.
No, but Louis-
Then that okay, your meditation's not even gonna happen.
But I'm trying to figure out what time in history that there was humans who were in fucking solitary and it was just totally normal.
Well, I wouldn't say we were in solitary, but I'm pretty sure that just like most animals, males are usually walking about by themselves. They stay with their family just to get
No,
start a
you know-
family.
They eventually find a
Okay,
pattern,
okay,
they
listen,
find
this
a
is
mate,
what- this is
they
what I was
find
thinking about.
something. There's
Alright,
no
alright,
mate
hold
when
up.
you're in solitary confinement.
Hold up.
There's no nothing.
You don't need a
Hold up.
mate. All you need to do
There's
is
one
What are you
guy.
talking about? That's
Dude,
part of
There's
life.
one guy.
Part of life is
One guy I
want
wanna reference.
Yes.
Oh,
that's
okay,
how
that's
you
a part.
reproduce.
I don't remember his
You
name
don't.
right now.
I don't have to reproduce, nigga.
I don't
And
remember
I
his
already
name right
that,
now.
that's just
Listen,
that's just
bro.
my take on that because
Let me say
you already know
something.
how I am about that. I'm not big
Oh
on
my God.
making offspring. That's not a thing to me. It's not big
Let me
shit
say
to me. I don't think it's a big deal. So
That
that
just-
wouldn't affect me individually.
My point is, as a human, it is a thing to you. That's your own personal little Lewis thing. But just as a human being, you're supposed to mate. You have. That's why you find women attractive. It's because
You
you want
guys-
to mate.
you
That's why these
guys-
things happen.
Well,
you guys might know
I
the
don't
name
care.
of the person I'm thinking of, but there's a quote that I know that of this guy that was actually held prisoner. I don't remember where. Maybe like some kind of like Philippines or like, you know, Asian place. I don't remember.
Hell no, that's
But
what it
this
is.
guy was fucking held like prisoner, you know, and fucking tortured and shit. And the thing is that he held like his like fucking will, you know, like he had like the strongest fucking will ever, you know, for like I don't know, like too much about it, but like I think his quote was like, "What doesn't kill me will only make me stronger."
Right.
You know, it was actually an actual quote from a person.
Right.
You know, and that person was a prisoner, and there was like a whole book about it. I don't remember the fucking name, but that's an example of somebody who definitely has like a will, and like I don't know how many years or what the like situation was where he was like actually fucking tortured for a certain
I
period
just
of
say
time.
everybody got their limit,
Like-
bro. Like there's gonna be a point.
Everybody
where
got their
like,
limit.
Like you gonna crack.
You need to be training for years.
And whether
to
you
discipline yourself
crack
on
and then
pain.
get back like on your shit, you gonna crack though. There's gonna be a moment where you hearing shit and you might deny it. You gonna be like,
I'll be
nah, I'm
honest,
not
if
going
there's-
crazy,
if
but
there's
y'all act
screaming-
going crazy, nigga.
If there's niggas screaming about the place, then no, I will not last a second.
So that's the one thing that's gonna change it.
Yes.
That's the one
Hell
thing
yeah.
that's gonna change it.
Yes.
Niggas screaming.
Yes.
You got me fucked up.
You know,
dog.
because silence,
you got me
silence,
fucked up.
bruh, silence is
So
the
you
best
couldn't
thing
handle
ever.
So
jail.
he's saying
So you wouldn't
so
be
he's
able to
saying
handle
people
jail.
yelling
Bro.
around him is worse than just sitting there.
That's what. Yeah,
So
sitting
jail.
solitary
That's
confinement
jail.
with nothing going on and no
crazy.
noise.
Bro,
I thought it
silence
was
jail.
for a few hours is great. You're not.
All right, well,
understanding.
look.
We're
All
talking
right,
about
that
solitary for your
but
entire life.
look.
Think about it.
I
more
think about
realistically,
if it's
just
silent.
for a
If it's
second.
silent, they'll- okay.
But he said if people's yelling,
there
I
no-
might go crazy. Well, a bunch of other shit's gonna fucking be going on than just niggas yelling, bro. It's gonna be
well,
like,
here's
bro,
the
you're
thing.
there for
Wait,
life,
wait,
bro.
wait,
You
here's
think
the
no
thing.
crazy shit's gonna
Because
happen?
I'm speaking from perspective of not knowing as much, which I did point out, and that's why I said that solitary confinement. If there's niggas screaming, it's gonna be really hard to block noise out.
But
Hell
that's
yeah.
like the
But if
minimum
it's-
thing. That's like the smallest thing in prison. Niggas yelling this shit.
Smash that like button. Subscribe.
When you guys said solitary
hit
confinement,
that
I was
alert
thinking of
bell
sitting in
for
a
all
room
these
with
podcasts
cushions
coming
and there's
out.
not shit
You already
going on.
know.
I'm just sitting in there and I don't hear anything. That's what
We
I
got
heard.
off
That's what I
topic.
was
We
thinking.
got onto some
And
crazy
you stay
shit. I hope
sitting
you
in that
enjoyed
Hey,
it.
environment
this was
for
an
only
entertaining
so long of
episode.
a time,
Yeah, G
not
shit.
hearing anything.
We're at
Not
9:02
hearing
p.m.
things
right now.
Just creates hallucinations in your head after a certain amount of time.
Hey,
Unfortunately,
I want
Batch.
you to
That's just what
research.
happens.
I want you to research sensory deprivation.
I will.
Yeah.
Sensory deprivation.
We're gonna talk about this for a couple more
That's
minutes.
like everything right there, bro.
Excuse me for a minute. I'm gonna go get my
sensory
phone. We
deprivation.
got a session booked for 9 o'clock. So
You're not
I'm gonna
talking.
talk
You're
to
not
that
hearing
person right now.
like people regularly talk to you like
you
that.
guys
You're not seeing
keep talking,
shit.
but
You're not feeling shit.
we're wrapping it up.
Bro, I
pretty soon.
honestly think you could literally prep yourself to enter solitary confinement because it
can
sounds
prep
like
yourself, bro.
there's really ways around
You
that.
can prep yourself.
You
but
can,
my
bro.
whole point is there's gonna be a moment you crack. You can hold it off, but there's gonna be a moment you crack.
I don't know, bro.
Everyone's gonna crack, bro. Whether the nigga's weak in one year
Again,
and another nigga
We're
stronger
talking
in
about
30
solitary
years, a nigga's
confinement
gonna
for a
crack.
lifetime. We're not talking
Yeah.
about for a
A
few
nigga's
days.
gonna crack
A
eventually,
few days
bro.
is different than a lifetime.
Like, look at all the shit you've done in your life, and you like 20, 21. 60, 70 years in solitary confinement.
Yeah.
Damn.
That's what I'm trying to show you, bro. Like, after a long time, bro, like, after a year.
The thing is that, like, bro, when I think about it, because realistically, I'm a type of person that if I don't have an option, I deal with what it is. And I'm not gonna have an option there, so I'm gonna do that.
The way I say it, the reason I say it the way I say it is because solitary confinement is literally the worst, like, form of torture, bro. Because it's slow. It's not like a nigga is like taking off your fingers, you gonna bleed out eventually and die.
But I think
Nah,
it's mental
solitary
torture, bro. I
That's
think,
why it's the worst.
but it's us. It's not the people
But
outside
the mental
because
is
it's
really-
your
but
brain.
The mental is you though. That's like your spirit, nigga. So if your mental
Yeah, but
go
you're acting
crazy,
like your brain is so easy to control, bro. It's just not. It's
I
just
don't
not.
believe it is, but I believe it can be done. I'm saying that yeah, you can do that shit. And you're like, science has proven that it can't be done, or science has proved that there's a limit on how much can be done. It's like that's limits on those people. Like, I believe that a nigga can sit in that bitch and just eat when the fuck it's time to eat.
I think there's a chemical imbalance to the point where it's just not possible for you to help it.
But how are we getting how are talking to other people chemically balancing us?
Bro, I got you, bro.
Because we're naturally social animals. That's the way that we operate. That's a healthy way of your brain functioning. When you don't get that, then it functions wrong.
Here, look,
and things happen. I'm not a fucking neuroscientist. I can't explain it to you.
Right now.
I'm sorry, pass that.
Well,
Let's go.
So what is going on in the minds of those in solitary?
Oh boy.
Go, we made me do it, folks.
Damn, she bad.
Hi everyone, Julia here for D News.
Nobody saw that.
Solitary confinement is the practice in so-called supermax prisons of holding inmates in a single cell for 22 or 23 hours a day for months or years on end. While some think the practice makes prisons safer and reduces violence, it may make prisoners
Like and
more
subscribe
at risk of
today.
mental health problems. Some estimates say the number of inmates held in what is called SHU, special housing units, might be as high as 80,000 across the U.S. While it used to be used as a short-term punishment to crack down on violence, prisons now routinely use the practice. While stays used to be only a few days, some prisoners have been in solitary for years. The typical SHU cell isn't much bigger than your closet, like 6 by 10 feet, with only a small bed, a
That
single
alone,
toilet,
just
and
the
social
size of
contact
that
is
shit,
kept
bro.
to a bare minimum. They receive their food through a slot in the door and very rarely have video conferences with family. There's nothing to do but stare at the fluorescent
Can't
lights
even
in the
get
ceiling
visits.
that never turn off.
Phone call.
But what kind of life is that, and what does it do to the mind? Humans are very social creatures. One study published in the journal Perspectives on Psychological Science found that loneliness and social isolation can have just as much of a threat to health as obesity. Other studies, like one published in the Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences, found that it has serious psychological effects as well, like inducing anxiety, aggression, and memory impairment. The researchers think it has to do with an enzyme in the brain. 5-alpha reductase type 1 is important for the production of the hormone allopregnanolone,
Chemical
which regulates levels of
imbalances.
stress.
These are
In
things you
socially
can't
isolated
control.
mice, the researchers found
With
that
as
the
much
production of
meditation
that
as you
enzyme
want,
They
there's no
specifically said
controlling
they
that.
specifically said they can happen. They didn't say they will happen. They said it
Okay,
can.
forget that. I'm talking about chemical imbalances.
But they
You
just
don't
said,
control
they
that.
just said that shit
That's what I'm
affected a
saying.
rat, though. If that shit affected a rat, you think that shit not gonna affect us? A rat?
It can.
next
happen.
week we're gonna be cooking sessions. You already know. We're gonna be producing
Prefrontal
beats.
cortex of socially isolated
Four
mice.
producers.
Cells in the brain that make
slash
white
artists
matter
slash
need less of
rappers,
it
you
after
know,
8 weeks of
creators.
isolation. This lessening of white
gonna
matter
be
production in
cooking up.
prefrontal cortex impacted
We got some
emotional
sessions
and
tonight,
cognitive
but
behavior.
tomorrow we'll probably
Animals
even
can
do.
socialize as well
Not
when
tomorrow.
they're
Next
mice.
week, I mean,
But
we're gonna
total
be
social
doing
isolation,
extended
sensory
podcast
deprivation,
maybe.
like solitary
You know, we
confinement
might feel
is
like we
really
need to give
difficult
that to
to
you
study.
guys a little
You might know
Christmas
about
gift.
the famous Reese's
To the
monkey
batch.
experiments in the
To the
50s,
batch.
where
Maybe
baby
like an
monkeys
extra
were taken
fucking
away from
hour
their
of that
mother
shit.
and given fake
2-hour
live moms,
podcast.
illustrating researchers studying
You think
how
so? I'm about it.
isolation affects
Yeah,
the
smash that like if
The
you
baby
want a
monkeys
2-hour
were separated from their
podcast.
mothers and placed in what's known as a pit of despair.
Yeah, Batch.
Basically, it's a metal container they couldn't climb out of.
So-
After months of the solitary existence, they
Yeah,
exhibited
man.
mental distress.
Don't get
which
yourselves
gave
caught
rise
up
to
in
clinical
solitary.
depression. It doesn't sound like something you want to
Behave.
do to a human being, yet that's what it
Be a civil citizen.
Hey, man. Just don't get locked up. Don't be 6'9".
Don't get locked.
Yeah.
Don't be a 6'9".
That's where this all came from, bro. 6'9", dumbass fucking nerd.
I wonder what his
G shit.
2019 resolution will be.
Protect his asshole. That's his fucking resolution.
Protect my
I'm
asshole.
pretty sure brother like some type of solitary confinement, bro.
He gon' get fucked up.
PC.
They said they had. Where was he? He was fucking. He was in a federal prison. Where they put him in real ass prison, nigga. And but he's still not there if I'm not mistaken. He's not there still, is he?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
I don't know, bro, but he's fucked, bro.
He is
We
fucked.
got a whole year
Yeah.
to this trial, bro. Nigga sitting in the box for a year.
Out of all the
That's the
songs,
worst part, bro. Waiting for trial, nigga. 'Cause that's time that's like literally meaning nothing, bro.
yeah,
That has nothing to do with your time.
yeah.
That's like holding you
Gee.
till you get.
You're a
time.
part of the system. You're a piece of paper at that point.
Not even.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're
Yeah,
just
yeah,
being
yeah.
transferred
That's
over.
how
You know.
You see the
You're
chat?
just following wherever your paper goes that has your name on it. You know.
That shit's so fucking.
And like once they get that paper, you follow it. You know.
You become a number.
Yeah, exactly. So take care of yourselves. Make smart decisions. Not like 6ix9ine, right, Lewis?
Not like 6ix9ine.
Yeah. Yeah.
6ix9ine should have took his money and talents to white folk.
Yeah, he should.
Yeah, bro. To some white folk, not no game. To
Some
white
Jewish
folk.
people,
You
some
feel me?
some
That's
real
gonna do
estate
something with
people.
your money.
Real estate.
Yeah, get some of these houses up in this bitch.
Gee.
But you know, make your money the real way, Batch. You know, don't be lazy and don't try to sell your souls.
And shouts out to Alea, True Will,
Gang.
Dreamcatch,
Gang.
Everybody out here talking on the chat.
G,
That's
Alea
what's
got
up.
up in
Yo,
Yeah, it was talking.
much love.
this. Nobody's on my side.
Mhm.
My phone just died. My phone literally just died, bro.
I want to see what they were saying in that bitch.
Bro, get on your phone. You can get in the chat, bro.
Charge it.
All right,
Got
well,
you.
make sure you tune in next Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. I only speak green tea. Spacely,
Oh yeah. excuse me,
proceed
Pharaoh.
to enter the vacuum.
Yeah. Is it jammed? Well, I got it like right here. Like this
It's
is
not.
usually-
It's not working.
Oh,
This is
yeah.
usually where it
It's
is.
not working.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hold on, because there's stairs
Hey,
here.
Sada,
and shit.
can you hit the lever over there, the backup lever?
Oh yeah.
There we go. All right. Smash that like button if you want Spacey to come back. He will be trapped inside of that Star Wars Episode 4 kind of dungeon
In
trash
solitary
compactor.
confinement.
Yeah, no, he's in solitary confinement.
We're gonna see how long
And-
it can last.
Yeah, we're gonna see how long he lasts. You know, and the walls are
That
you
boy
know,
looking kind of crazy.
slowly closing in.
Looking kind of crazy right now.
So, all right, Batch. Well, you already know what it is. So, peace out. See you next week.
Would you say hi?